At SAP Sapphire in May 2026, the CFO of JP Morgan Chase said something from the stage that most of the coverage missed entirely. Everyone is experiencing pressure to use AI everywhere. But you can't risk putting AI on broken processes. Not an AI researcher, not a technology vendor. The CFO of one of the most sophisticated financial institutions in the world, standing on an ERP vendor's stage, telling over 18,000 enterprise leaders that the thing most of them are not doing is the most important thing they could be doing. Most organizations are not asking the data question. They're asking the platform question. Which vendor? Which model? Which orchestration layer? The platform question is interesting. The data question determines whether any of the answers to the platform question will actually work. Today, I want to make JP Morgan CFO's statement operational. What does it actually look like to answer the data question in a real enterprise environment? And what should you actually be asking before you commit to any AI deployment at scale? I am Smita, this is Pathbreak. 52% of organizations cite data quality as their biggest AI deployment blocker, according to Gartner. Not the model, not the platform, not the governance framework, the data. 2 weeks before Sapphire, SAP announced an agreement to acquire Prior Labs, a deal pending regulatory approval. Their frontier model specializes in tabular data, the structured data that enterprise systems run on. The announcement is SAP saying explicitly that the most important AI capability in enterprise is not generating text or images. It is accurately reading and reasoning over the kind of data that lives in ERP, row and column data, transaction records, approval hierarchies, business rules encoded over decades. At Sapphire, SAP and Microsoft announced zero copy data integration between SAP DataSphere and Microsoft OneLake. SAP and Google announced bidirectional zero copy access between SAP Business Data Cloud and BigQuery. Both announcements are telling you the same thing. The vendors know the data layer is the constraint. They're racing to own it. They are making the pipes between their data stores as frictionless as possible. The organizations that clean their data and build governed access before the agent layer arrives will get disproportionate value from every platform simultaneously. The ones that try to deploy agents first will discover the data problem in production every time. A finance director came to me not long ago. Her accounts receivable team had been told AI was going to transform their collections process. The vendor demo has been impressive. Invoices flagged, follow-ups automated, cash flow predicted in advance. She wanted to know if it would actually work. And the first thing I asked was not about technology. It was, what does your customer master data actually look like right now? How many of those customer records have complete, accurate contact information? How consistent are your payment terms across ledger? She went quiet because she knew the data that AI agent was going to act on has been maintained by 3 different regional teams over 6 years, each with their own interpretation of what overdue meant, each correct within their own regional context. None of them aware that the others existed. The agent was not going to transform accounts receivable. It was going to automate the inconsistency at scale. Confident wrong answers faster. And that is the data question. And it shows up the same way in every global transformation I have seen. Regional interpretations of the same master data and each locally correct, collectively inconsistent. Here is what data readiness actually means in practice. Data readiness for AI means three things. First, the data is accurate enough that an AI agent acting on it will produce outcomes you're willing to stand behind in front of a regulator or a board. Not perfect, accurate enough. The threshold is different for a marketing personalization agent and a financial close agent. Know your threshold before you deploy. Second, the data is accessible in the time frame AI process requires. A supply chain exception management agent that needs real-time inventory data can only access batch updates every 4 hours, has a fundamental architecture problem that no amount of model sophistication will fix. Map your processes against your data latency. Third, the data is governed with role-based access that travels with it. When an AI agent touches it, the governance layer has to be native to the data, not bolted on after the agent is deployed. This is the point Oracle's EVP made at their launch event. If you're running your general ledger through AI agents, the governance has to be inside the system, not an afterthought. Those three criteria determine whether your AI deployment will work in production or not. Not the model, not the platform, the data. Before you commit to that next deployment, here is what I would want to understand first. What data does the agent actually need to act on? And what does that data look like right now? Not a general quality score. The specific fields the agent will read, write, or reason over. Their accuracy, their completeness, whether they mean the same thing across different parts of the business. That last one is where most organizations discover the problem they did not know they had. Is that data accessible in the time frame the process actually requires? Real time, near real time, or batch? And does that match what the process needs? A supply chain agent that needs live inventory data but can only see batch updates from 4 hours ago has a structural problem that no model can fix. Does the governance on that data travel with it when the agent touches it? Can you produce an audit trail for every decision that agent makes? If not, you have a compliance question that will surface at the worst possible moment, usually during an audit, not during a pilot. And who actually owns the data quality for this initiative? Not in theory, in practice. Most organizations cannot answer that, not because no one cares, but because data ownership has never been made explicit. The moment you name a person with the right authority, not just responsibility, the conversation changes completely. That last one is often where you start. Name the owner with the right authority, not just the responsibility. Everything else follows from there. And here is the mindset shift. Every vendor at every major conference this year announced a data strategy. Zero copy access data, data fabric, semantic layer, agentic data cloud, all of them are building the pipes between their platforms and your data. None of them can clean your data for you. None of them can create the governance framework for your specific regulatory environment. None of them can resolve the data stewardship conflict between your finance team in Munich and your operations team in Singapore that has been producing inconsistent product master data for 8 years. That work is yours. It's unsexy. It does not get announced at a keynote. It does not make a beautiful architecture diagram, but it is the work that determines whether everything else works. The organizations that treat data quality as a prerequisite will get a disproportionate value from every platform announcement every vendor makes for the next 5 years. The organizations that treat it as a cleanup project to run alongside the deployment will keep discovering the same problem in every new AI initiative they launch. Data is one variable no vendor can fix for you. Your turn. For our three most important AI initiatives, do we know the quality states of specific data those agents will act on? And have we defined the threshold below which we will pause and fix before proceeding? If the answer to either part is no, that is the most important conversation you're not having yet. That is one path. Go break yours. Next conversation. 40% of SAP's customers will still be on ECC in 2030. SAP gave them three paths to AI. I'll share an honest comparison.